Doink. Hello, everybody.
What up, folks?
Welcome to Friday night.
Howdy.
I hope everybody's week has gone good. What are you owing about?
I just went and muted before the echo started.
Okay. What? Good boy, Stevie. So, we have the Yana Stump Greenwood with us.
Howdy.
The regular crew. I do have I haven't seen Mr. Tolley, but I been sending him one. So we'll see. I gotta get a hold of working class woodsman. I gotta show you guys a picture too. Hopefully I can screenshot it from my phone to the chat. I don't know how I can do that, but I'm gonna try.
Oh, bro.
Hey, what's this button do?
Should I get the sensor blur up and ready just in case?
No.
So whose phone number are you going to shine to the world this time?
No, nobody's. Stop with that bullshit, will you? Come on now. When is my first rodeo?
Yeah,
I
sometimes
think this is my first rodeo.
sometimes we wonder, but we know better, but we still wonder.
Hello, Miss Shalisa.
Hey, Shalisa.
Hi, Lisa. Okay. Tell me when you can see that.
It's a phone.
No, you're an asshole. Can you see the picture? Come on, being serious there.
Yeah,
Every once in a
looks like
while, it's not bad to be serious. You see that right there? Whoops. You see that right
Bear?
in there? Yeah. You know what that
Looks
is?
like a deer on a table.
Yeah, it's not though. It's a bear. That's just the bottom of the what do you call it? Cam, the trail cam.
Is this on where you're hunting at?
That's my buddy's backyard, about fucking 4 miles that way, 5 miles that way.
Nice.
Dude, I'll be there in the morning.
You know.
Tell you, my brother's been having bear out by his cottage there in Florida, in a metro, not a metro area, but I mean it's a very populated area. But his son saves grease and oil from the different restaurants and stuff like that for his biodiesel that he makes.
Yeah.
And this bear has gotten in a habit now of coming there once a week and grabbing one of the pails of oil and running off with it. And they see spilt oil. At first, they didn't know what the heck it was or going on. My brother put up a trail cam, got a picture of the damn thing, taking a bucket of oil.
Dirty dog.
Let me do a little quicksy rundown here, and then we'll get into a few things. Next down over for me, we lost that the serviceman that they got hurt with the bomb that went off down in Fort Bragg. Anybody hear that? Today.
No, I didn't hear a word.
Yeah, they were doing ranger training, and a thing went off, and one guy got killed, and there's like 7, 8 other injured.
Damn.
And the one that got killed was from Dunstable, which is next town, 2 towns over for me. All right, so first one in per usual is Live Beautiful Sandy's Passions. Stevie B made it again tonight. How are you, Stevie? Good to see you. Friday, prepping to endure. Great to see you as always. How are you? Driver of all, of course, with us. DSW. Oh my God. Oh, fuck me. DS, I got you. DSW Outdoors, welcome, as always. How are you? DAK, D-A-K, I hope I'm saying that right. Welcome. Glad you found us. Thank you for coming. Stumpers in here with us. V-Borg, how are you, my friend? Great to see you. G-Trap is in the house tonight. G-Trap, how are you? Good to see you. Happy birthday. Shalisha Shell is present. How are you, Shalisha? Good to see you. And what did I miss? Where's Mikey D? Right?
Oh.
Well,
He's bringing out the corn early, isn't he?
The Pez dispenser has arrived.
Oh, yes.
Didn't we talk about this last week? The Pez dispenser. A Pez dispenser is a knife used by O.J. Simpson. All right, go ahead there, wise ass.
What?
Go ahead, speak, do something. You're on candid camera right now.
While you were talking, I thought Steve would like a little better view than the one he's already had of that thing sitting in there. Is that not fucking outrageous?
That's about as sexy as a female in a bikini.
Right on. Son of a bitch weighs out the fucking ass, though, dude.
Well, that stabilizes your shooting platform.
Oh, yeah, the first 70, 80 rounds, the rifle don't move.
Oh, my God. Load up once, shoot all day.
Is it 100?
Well, yeah, 100 rounds. It'll last a good minute and a half if you just play it. Your fucking finger gets tired.
Now you're going to have to get one of them double triggers.
No shit, one of those echo triggers.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch is heavy when it's full.
Oh. I wonder if they make them for an AR-10.
They do.
Oh, Lord.
Yep.
Oh, Lord.
Wouldn't be bad if you got your tripod on the front of it, laying down.
Right?
There's an idea. No, go ahead, Mike. That's all I had to say.
County Line Logging, how the hell are you? Great to see you again.
Damn it.
You gotta quit that shit, Steve. It's contagious.
Sorry, brother. I'm trying to hide it.
You suck at hiding shit. You know that?
I can't help it if my mouth is so damn big, my hand can't cover it.
Well, that
I'm not
opens
gonna go down that
up a
road.
line for a joke.
That was just too easy.
Damn it, boy.
That's like taking candy from a baby.
Right. Woo.
Anyway, I hope everybody had a good week.
Pretty good, pretty good.
I know me and Driver did.
Yeah, Mike hit the 5-decade mark, right?
Yep, 5-0. And thank you very much to everybody live here. I'll tell you for all the birthday wishes you guys sent. That was really nice. Much appreciated.
I think KK had his on the 14th, but I don't know his age.
Was it the 14th?
Yeah, I believe that's when it was.
I'm trying to remember.
But I think he's in his 40s, isn't he?
Youngster.
See,
So many
see how
people in
these two are having
September.
problems remembering? What happens when you get old? You can't remember shit.
CRS disease.
Uh-huh.
I wouldn't know. I'm not old, so I'll let you know when I get there.
Yeah, you're in that new over the hill gang now. You hit big 5-0.
No, Mike's right. 50's not old as long as you're a fucking tree.
True that.
Okay. Keep it up. Stevie, hit that button again, will you? You know, the one that when you kick people out. I did by accident.
Oops.
Sure.
Yeah, so there was an accident, and Sergeant died. You're right on, Sandy. No, the hell it ain't. A sergeant died. 7 something or. Let me go to YouTube. I mean, let me go to let me go to Yahoo and I'll get you the. So I don't give out any misinformation.
Well, I heard
you guys know.
what was it in London? They had EID on a train or something. Your device, apparently.
Your robot a little bit, driver. You might have to slow her down to some.
You guys watch CNN at all?
No.
As less as possible.
So Clay Travis of Fox Sports left CNN anchor Brooke Baldwin stunned as they debated ESPN, for those sports nuts like me, decision not to fire Jamil Hill, who said that the president was a white supremacist. Now, here's the problem, and here's the reason why everybody's giving all this backlash about who should be fired and who shouldn't be fired. ESPN, for those who don't know what it is, it's, you know, it's 24-hour sports, period. And they have a couple of people on there that did certain things instead of certain few things, and they fired them. Me personally, I think it's kind of silly. They fired a woman a few years back from ESPN Radio because she said something to the effect of she used the word lynch. They're gonna lynch them or something like that. So she got fired for that. Anyways, long story short, this lady can say that the president is a white supremacist, which is technically on the border of slander. Okay, and she still has her job. Why does she still have her job?
Right on.
Okay, so that's what that's all about. That's just silliness, but it's a good.
It's kind of funny how they pick and choose.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. I mean, there's a million different ways to look at this whole situation. Everything from, well, you know, the First Amendment's being observed, which, I mean, technically, yeah, they've got a right to say what's on their mind. But at the same time, there should be some truth involved in it, you know? Because otherwise, it's not freedom of speech. It's just outright fucking lie.
It's just flapping your lips.
Yep.
You would have thought that would be right in the forefront of the thing with the guy dying.
Well, I don't know if you're talking about something, and as soon as you say President of the United States, some filters ought to be turned on.
Yeah.
Because that is our fearless leader.
Right.
I mean, I look at it this way. Yeah, people are shitting on him. But you know what? Plenty of people shite all over any president that was a sitting president at the time. So guess what? It's just his turn.
Yeah.
That's true, too.
Now, here's a couple things that bother me. Who really gives a rat's fuck what kind of shoes the First Lady wears to go to visit Naples, Florida, where a hurricane just hit?
Well, they're trying to take away from the point that she went to Naples, Florida, where the hurricane just hit.
I can't find it. I can't believe I can't find it. Let's do it this way. Oh, he's from New Hampshire. I thought he was from Mass. Hang on a second here. I'm sorry, guys. I usually have the Yahoo page open.
Yahoo!
I didn't know anybody still used Yahoo.
I still got their email, which sucks.
Really?
Well, they got so much. You try to read your email, and they got so much popping up on the side that it keeps shutting it down.
Well, that's two then.
I have a couple of Yahoo ones, but I have them come through my Outlook, so I don't get all that. Just the mail itself is all I get.
Okay, Huh. Are we keeping you up?
It'll be all right. I volunteered to be here because, you really suck at dispersing paychecks.
Really?
Yeah. I've been doing this thing with you for a while now. Not a single nickel. But it's cool because I like being here.
Sorry.
Yep.
Okay, soldier, 7 wounded at Fort Bragg. All right, so 1 died, 7 wounded. Waiting for the thing to pop in now.
Now, I'm doing my best to stop that, brother, and you keep doing it.
So I'm trying to figure out. So at work. Okay. So at work, I'm trying to figure out half the shit that they want us all to keep up with. And so I get a phone call while I'm driving. And so what do? I answer it, Fucking state, he pulls me over.
Damn.
But I got out of it again. So also, it's how the hell are you doing? Good to see you. Jay Watterson, 69. He's always losing, misplacing something. Right on, Jay Watterson. Great to see you. This link won't open. I don't know why. Yeah, so I got out of that, which made me happy. So that's 2. I don't know how many more I'm going to get out of. All right, soldier dies while training at Fort Bragg in North Carolina. I'm surprised you Southerners haven't heard about this.
Well, brother,
the Army says while training at Fort Bragg in North Carolina, Staff Sergeant Alexandra Dalida, D-A-L-I-D-A, Special Ops, was killed. Initial reports say it came after an explosion during a demolition exercise. However, the Army says it can't confirm that. Of course not. So, 1 dead, 7 injured. That sucks. You're dying on your own soil for doing a detonation, detonating a bomb. That sucks. Bush. So, Mike, how did you get off the? I hate when the comments go too fast. How did you get off the ticket? Blown to a machine? Yeah, something like that. Knife Text, how the hell are you? Great to see you. Bush, how you been? I'm all right, all sorts. I'm all right. Thank you. All right, I got not a public announcement, but like a what do you call it? I'm gonna start putting photos of Groovy outside on milk cartons. Have you seen him today? He's amongst the missing, working your ass off. I hear that. About to dip some grizzly. There you go, Knife Text. Yeah, so if you've seen Groovy outside, guys, take a picture of him and send it to me because I forgot what the man looks like.
Right?
Right on.
Speaking of forgetting what somebody looks like, hello, Uncle Kyle. Hope things are well.
Uncle Cal's in here tonight. That's cool.
No, he's not, but I always shout him out. You know that.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
He's always in here.
Yeah.
Right on.
You know, he's going to watch the whole thing tomorrow like he does every Saturday. Which you guys know, I think that's cool. So,
Oh, hell yeah. Uncle Cal's a cool little fucker anyway. You know,
Yeah.
I actually like that dude.
Mike,
Well,
was it DOT that pulled you over or what?
what's that?
You said you got pulled over by was it DOT?
Yeah, being on the phone.
Oh, yeah. I broke out my Bluetooth finally again because they passed the law here now that it's
It's $2,800.
Yep.
You know, if they want to be pricks about it. But you know, I had it on speaker, and I swear to God, that's how I got off because it was on speaker. So,
Right?
we
but
had
yeah,
DOT show up at the yard, check
Yep.
trucks out, and I just happened to be the one that was around at the time. Came in and just came in at the wrong time. And I thought it was just a Texas DOT, but it ended up being a U.S. DOT, straight out of Washington. So then they said, "Well, we need somebody to go take a pee test." Bill, I said, "Yeah, I guess I'll go take one." So I was selected to go take a pee test.
Better be a big cup because my aim ain't too good.
Yeah, boy, hold this cup for me.
Who's Bush shouting out? What'd I miss?
He went right over to Facebook looking for Groovy.
Oh, thanks, Bush.
Right on.
Jay Watson, Mike, can you post a picture of the Tenacious before each chat, just so we know where it's at?
Damn.
Wow. See that? We missed you, Jay Watt, and now you're back, and it's like you never left.
Going way back and deep.
You know?
Right. Well, you know,
So
a
that's
few
cool.
things cut like a Tenacious. So.
I actually broke my other one.
What?
Yeah. It was just weird. You know the one that my southern brother sent up to me.
Yeah, that Sanran move, or I think.
No, not the Sandman rule. The Spyderco.
Oh, you broke the other Spyderco?
You know the one with the tan scales on it.
Yeah.
So I was cutting some plastic or what have you, off a skid, and all of a sudden, I don't know how. I don't know. Obviously I do know how, but I mean, apparently I must have put the blade a little bit too far in, and it had to have caught in between the two pieces of wood just right.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck?
Well, damn.
So, I know, right, Jay? What? I wasn't really prying with it, but yeah, it snapped. I can't believe I snapped it, but I was just like chugging on the fucker trying to get it out. And the kid's like, "Oh, let me hit it with a hammer." I goes, "How about I hit you with a hammer?" Fucking $30-something knife you want to hit with a fucking hammer. Get the fuck out of here.
Look, you mostly doing boxes and stuff like that. That's what you need to get for work.
What's that?
The CRKT, folding razzle or razzle, however the hell you say it.
I prefer razzle.
Yeah, it's not broke. It's actually made like a little miniature pry bar. It's blunt like a diving knife. Except this is fucking razor sharp too.
Yeah, but I'm not a That's like a Tonto, right? Hey,
No, it's more
HRM,
like
what's up?
more like a box cutter and a meat cleaver had a little illegitimate child.
Huh.
I'm telling you, dude.
What?
For opening shit, off
Yep.
of pallets and slicing boxes and toe straps and webbing and shit like that. That's a vicious little motherfucker. He
Oh,
does it very well.
yeah. That Sandman ruler works. Piss out.
Oh yeah.
The squirrel I got. Can't say it too loud. I don't want the DCR people hearing me. But I did
Nowadays, you're lucky the CIA don't come a knocking.
I know, right?
Oh yeah.
HRM, always a pleasure. Great to see you. I done scummed out a squirrel with that fucking Sandman rule. Worked like a charm. It was perfect size.
This would be another good one for you at work, Mikey.
Hang on, let me go back on the thing because I'm on
Short and fat.
where I am.
You picking on me, bitch?
No, brother.
Oh, that looks like the one that the fat man had the other day on his video. Did you see his new video? Did you see his video?
Yep. Matter of fact, he's where this knife come from. It just showed up in the fucking mail.
Really?
So, yeah, CRKT pillar.
Yep.
See,
yeah, that's a nice one.
It is a nice little knife.
See, and you can do a lot with that one too.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Dude,
that's awesome.
I've been carrying this one at work here lately because anything we put a strap on, like on any of the flatbeds, they're replaced for every load. We just put new ones on it every time. So instead of folding the damn tail and locking it under the damn winch and shit like that,
Yep.
I'll just cut the fucking tail off that some inch in a heartbeat. And with that, brand new 6-inch wide, nylon straps, a great big ass yellow one just on a flatbed.
Oh, yeah.
You literally just hold the tail and it's fucking over. That's a good cutting little knife.
Let's sharp like that with the TV gave me. I also cut one with the Gonzo that the Fat Man gave me over the winter.
Mm-hmm.
They cut really nice. They got a nice blade on them. Mike, you need to get a Leatherman wave.
Not familiar.
Hi.
Bet you I'd know it if I seen it.
You told me to. I need a Leatherman. I'd probably lose it.
No, the Leatherman Wave is actually one of their better multi-tools, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah.
It's a lot of people seem to like the Wave. A lot of people carry them. The price on them ain't all that bad from what I understand, and it's pretty much got the shit you actually want on a multi-tool and not a bunch of extra frivolous bullshit.
Yeah, I don't need a whole bunch of bullshit that's on though. Even the Swiss Army knives,
Yep.
I don't need a bunch of that shit that's on there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
talking about Swiss Army knives, but Tornox, that's who makes them. They've got one out now. It's been out for a while called the Trekker.
That's the little one.
No, the Trekker's got like a 3.5 or either a 4-inch blade.
Oh, so that's not the one the size of a cigarette. There's one blade about the size of a cigarette, a little bit less.
Oh, I thought I carried the Wave. No, mine's the Wingman.
Oh, okay. So then I'm wrong.
I really like this one.
I'm wrong. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm not Stump. I'm not up on my. But like I said, that Gonzo right there is the nuts.
Oh hell yeah!
And it's still sharp as fuck, and that point still cuts me every time I stick my finger on it.
That's the thing with. Yeah, that's the thing with the Gonzo. I don't care what anybody says about the fact they're clones of other knives. so be it. They're damn good fucking knives, especially for the money, you know?
Dude, I was cutting a pallet open today for a customer at FedEx,
Mm-hmm.
and they had the plastic straps on. They didn't have the nylon ones,
Mm-hmm.
not the obviously not the metal ones.
Right.
And I stuck my pen. This is how tight the straps were, right? I stuck a pen underneath, and I took this knife. All right, I took this knife and went, doo-doo, and then I just slid it right up.
Yep.
And the fucking customer's looking at me going, Jesus, a little sharp for a knife you got there, huh? And I go, well, yeah. I go, who wants to carry a dull knife? I mean, that's
Right.
like carrying a gun unloaded. You just don't do that. It's just silly.
Right.
And he started laughing, but he understood.
Yeah.
But I love it. And hopefully, if I can either shoot that bear in my buddy's backyard, or I'll show you another picture. Talk amongst yourselves. And guys, I'm not even joking about this, right? This shit's in his backyard. I live in a town where you're not supposed to see bears. Okay, we're really not.
I told you I'll be there about daylight. I'm gonna come help you kill that bear.
But I think that the town and the state knew that shit was happening because I now can shoot a bear anywhere in the state of Massachusetts. Whereas before, it was the western part of Massachusetts.
Okay.
So I think DCR knows what the fuck is what.
Right on.
Oh, wait, it's on Facebook. God damn it.
Yeah, Groovy popped up over there, by the way.
Groove!
In Facebook.
Oh, okay. See,
Bush shouted him out. Oh, just getting ready for bed.
All right. You let the shiny new wear off that thing for long.
Right. He'll come crawling back.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So anybody wants to make fun of Massachusetts, they can. But that same, because you can see the trees still there, right? So the same trail cam. Okay. Same trail cam. Look at that son of a bitch.
Nice.
God damn, son.
It looks like the ones we have at work in the city.
Yep. That's the same trail cam. See the tree? That's the tree that the bear was facing that way.
Yeah.
All right. Unreal. And I'm like, whew. But anyway.
Yeah, they know where it's safe.
Oh, yeah.
So now we can bow hunt the second week, or second and a half week, I should say, right? Because it starts like the 20th or the 19th or something foolish like that. So that's the 20th or the 19th of October. So we'll see how long that fucking 12-point is there, and we'll see how long that bear is there.
Right.
I can guarantee you right now, they're not going to see November.
Well, Mike, I know you're talking about those particular animals and all there, but you're talking about hunting season and toward the end of October.
Yep.
Do you realize down here in my beloved South, there are people riding around this evening with dead deer in the back of their pickup already?
Yeah, you guys start just like New Hampshire. New Hampshire starts like September 3rd or September 4th.
Yep.
Something to that effect.
It was very disappointing.
But they also end there. When do you end yours?
January 1st or 2nd.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, that's a long season because I end mine the 31st of December.
Mm. It did kind of hurt my feelings a little bit today riding home from work. Pulled up behind another damn pickup. Sure as shit, tailgate's down. There's fucking big ass doe laying there. I'm like, you son of a bitch.
Right.
I had to fucking work.
Yeah, I'm counting down the days. I got right around 2 months or so.
Damn.
Left before I go to Maine for a week. She doesn't know I'm leaving for a week though, but she's about to find out.
Yeah, we'll
Just glad you're getting to go.
Yeah, I'm going. If I don't, I'll wind up going shit back crazy.
Right.
Right on.
I gotta get away. I just gotta. It's just.
Well, if you don't mind my possibly changing the subject, while you're talking about, getting out and doing something.
Yep.
I understand that a certain member here on the panel was able to get out here not too long ago and warm up a particular new firearm.
I heard that rumor.
Finally.
Would our little resident anorexic looking fellow like to elaborate on this story?
No,
You will notice
Groove's not with us
no
tonight.
anorexic bruise on this bony ass body.
Groove's not with us tonight, remember?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Shit, man.
He'll be back. He'll be back. As soon as the pink cloud bursts, he'll be back.
Right.
So seriously, man, how'd it do?
Man, I'll tell you what. That rifle shoots way better than my ability. When I quit shaking and waving around the target, it was shooting groups like that out of a semi-auto at 100 yards.
Hell yeah.
And I was actually shooting better at 200 yards because by that time I had shot 2.5 boxes of shells and I was starting to relax.
Right.
So
And
I shot 3 boxes of that shells through that thing, and I could have went all day long with it. Right. What a pleasure.
And for those that don't know what rifle Stevie's talking about, that would be the AR-10 that he won. All right.
The Beast, I have named it.
The Beast, hell yeah. And the Beast was acquired via a contest through eBalmy for the hashtag Justin's Final Mission. You want to elaborate on that one a little bit, Steve?
Right on. It's connected with activeheroes.org, and it's a fundraising thing, and they are actually building cabins for our messed up soldiers coming back or who are about to go or whatever they need to get their counseling they need. And their main goal is to prevent suicide for our soldiers. So,
right on.
Great foundation. Look them up.
Definitely is. Prepping to endure.
Yep, they are a very good organization, foundation, and it's also been very publicized that 100% of proceeds actually go towards helping the vets. It's not like other organizations where some asshole sitting back in an office taking 70 cents out of every fucking dollar you send.
Right.
Whatever you send actually goes to do something, not pay some motherfucker.
Hey, prepping. Don't worry, you'll gain your weight back. Trust me. I watched my brother do it. You can do it. Anybody know where NH has been? NH is done too.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, he's another job too. He's working. What do you call it? Bouncing some bar.
Oh boy.
I didn't mean to laugh loud. I'm sorry.
So that means he's meeting chicks.
Yep.
Right. Taking numbers, getting names.
Right.
So that's good for him. He's missed. I wish Mr. Tolley. I haven't seen Mr. Tolley on here like forever. So hopefully, I know he's busy as shit.
Yeah.
And he's got the new grandchild to begin with. So, but a shout out to Mr. Tolley. Hope things are well.
Right on. And if any of you don't know him, please God, go check his channel out. I mean, if a man of many talents.
Yeah, he definitely is that.
Yep.
What else was in the news I want to tell you guys?
Oh.
I forget. Not important enough. One of these days, I'm just going to put them in the description.
Right on. Be right back, folks.
All right, we'll be here. One of these days, it was rocks in his pocket. Jay Watt, that's why Wounded Warrior Project will never see a penny from me. They are. Uh-oh.
Yep.
What happened?
They must have the CEOs and the COs and
Yep.
everybody else that draws off of it.
Now, technically, to be they're going by what the government tells them they can do. You know, you only have to give like 9% of your charity money away. Technically.
Well, it's like my wife and I do the, as a matter of fact, I got the shirt on. Huntington's disease.
Yep.
Right.
Okay. And there's the what do they call it? The board and the national board, and they have one part-time person in each. No, I wish I could say each state, but it's not in each state. So I forget how many chapters we have. So however many chapters that there is for Huntington's, there's one person that does it part-time. I mean part-time. But however, that it doesn't come out the way they set it up. I'm trying to remember how. So like tomorrow, as a matter of fact, we're doing a walk tomorrow for Huntington's disease.
Right
So
on.
let's say we raise 30 grand. All right. I think it comes out to like out of that 30 grand, 28,000 will go right to the fucking cause.
Cool.
Yeah. I mean, when I say paid, it's not like the fucking full-time driving around in fucking Mercedes, that's for sure. But I hear you though, Jay Watt. You gotta watch. A friend of mine's mad. It's like the breast cancer awareness, or the breast cancer walks or whatever. She stopped doing it. She's had breast cancer twice because they told her how much money she has to come up with.
Really?
And they told her, you raised 5,000 last year. We need to see 6 this year.
Oh, so they're putting demands on her.
Right. So then she finds out, when they have a walk and they do it in Boston, well, somebody has to pay for the fucking cops. You think they're going to do it for nothing? So but it's hard not to. There aren't many. Well, the Jimmy Fund here in Boston, it goes right to wherever it's, like if you want to donate, it doesn't even matter. You want to donate $50 and have it go to, let me see, name some. what do you call it there? Oh, what are the doctor's terms they use for it when they're trying to find a cure? What do they call that?
Research.
Research. So if you got $50, you want to go straight to research, that $50 goes into the research.
Cool.
Okay. So there's different, and that's the Jimmy Fund's the only one I could find that, and I know people get paid, but all the money, it comes from another fund somewhere else, or the hospital pays them, you know. But like they do a Jimmy Fund telethon up here in Boston in August, and they do it on a radio channel that I listen to, a sports channel I listen to, and they do it on a local sports station. And so they do a thing for 2 days. They're coming down. They used to raise like $6 million, but I think they raised like $4 million this year. So, but that $4 million goes right into, wherever.
Well, there's a lot of good ones out there.
There are, but you have to find them.
Like the big ones are the worst ones, and the ones that are subsidized by the government, or the government gives them that much more.
And it's hard sometimes to find out which is so like the Jimmy Fund, right? They take the kids that can travel and old enough to be, you know what I mean? And they'll go down to spring training. They'll go down to Red Sox because I should have said the Jimmy Fund. The Boston Red Sox are a huge part of this. Okay,
right.
So anywho, they'll go down to spring training. Okay, and all that, all that money for flights and this, that, and the other thing. That comes out of the Jimmy Fund that you know what I'm saying? So it's like, where it's going, which is a good thing, but like Driver said, there are some that, is that like Make-A-Wish? The Jimmy Fund? No. Make-A-Wish is totally separate. My son was granted a wish. And when I mean I didn't pay for nothing, I paid for nothing.
Wow. Programs like that are awesome.
I did a few Make-A-Wish things for people that back in my chauffeuring days.
We went to Disney, okay, and I didn't wait in the line. When I mean everything. It was like we walked in the hotel room, and there was all this stuff that it was not like vouchers, but it's like just a little piece of paper that was stamped with the fucking Make-A-Wish right on it and all that stuff. Hey, politically incorrect, how are you?
So you get the total VIP thing.
Yeah, but like the maids and shit, they made out like a bandit because I brought a ton of cash.
Right.
Yeah.
They made out like a bandit because I'm like, well, if they're not gonna let me pay for anything, I said somebody's gonna make a lot of money here right now. So, I think I was leaving them $20 a fucking day.
Yeah, the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Yeah, that's one of the few organizations out there that are just literally above and beyond what you expect out of someone like them.
Yep.
A real good friend of mine, situation similar to yours. The child was granted a wish, as they call it, and yeah, I mean, from the outside looking in, it was amazing the effort the people in that foundation put into doing what they do.
Right.
It's like the way they did it up here anyway, right? They came to the house and they asked them your top 3 wishes, and they said, "We'll get not she said it doesn't have to be first, second, third, but just what are your top 3 things you wanted to do? And he named 3 things. One was Disney. One was meeting Derek Jeter and go to a Yankees game in New York. I forget what the third one was. But he looked right at me. He says, "Dad, I want to go to Disney." I said, "Okay, we'll go to Disney if they can swing it." And the girls just winked at me. But that was a kind of a nightmare because the first time they had 2 dates, and the first date that they gave us, we tried to do it, and the doctor wouldn't let them fly. So we did it on a different Mother's Day. We did it. We were there for Mother's Day, so that was kind of cool.
Right on.
But yeah, some of them are, another good one is Children's Miracle Network. Remax. I don't know if it's across the whole country, if Remax helps them out, but the Remax realtors there, they do it around here anyways. That was he was part of the he was like a poster child for the Children's Miracle Network for Massachusetts for the year. And they sent 1 kid from each state in the United States and 1 kid from each province in Canada down to DC.
Cool.
And Florida. So you went to Florida and you went to DC, and yeah, we stayed in Coronado Springs. It was really cool. They got to meet. That was the one I got married though, so we had to leave and come back. We left and went back down again, and they met the first lady and got a picture taken with the first lady. So that was kind of cool.
No shit. Well, it's nice to know there's still foundations out there like that that are on the up and up.
Yeah. I'm sitting at the table, and the American Legion showed up, and we were just sitting there eating our lunch, and the American Legion showed up, and they, so they introduced themselves to us, and as obviously we did the same, and we were talking, and he said, "Okay," he says, "Well," he said, "we have a they have like a get together, raise money each year." And anyways, to make a longer story shorter, there's like $1,500 in a fucking white envelope. Here you go, sir. It was really, I was impressed by them both, Make-A-Wish and Children's Miracle Network. What does disgust me is people that, you guys must have read about this. The woman that said she had cancer and they raised buku dollars for her. Buku, I mean, thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars they raised for this lady. You ready? And she didn't even have the flu, let alone cancer.
Wow.
Right.
We had a person do that at my work. Said their house got burned down. And that girl received a car, furniture, money up the wazoo. It turned out it was all a scam.
Yeah. It's unreal what people do. Yeah.
Well, all I can say is someday karma will come knocking at your door.
Oh, hell yeah.
The only thing I was pissed off about, all right, so we were down in Washington. You guys remember the baseball thing with all the steroids and everything, and they went down in front of the Congress and all that bullshit. Hey, Tom Brady, what's up? So with the Children's Miracle Network. They went down to D.C., like I said, and every kid had a senator come to him and eat lunch with him at the table.
Cool.
Okay. Except for who? My kid. So they sent an aide down, and Gina went with him. I stayed with Jonathan, my other son, and my daughter was 4 months old. And they took him through these tunnels. And she's like, she gets to the office, she texts me. She goes, "You getting this?" I'm like, "Yep." And she goes, "I swear to God, I'm not exaggerating. I must have just walked 2 miles." Hey, PG, how are you? Good to see you. HRM, I don't know if I got you HRM, but how are you? I was pretty pissed off that they didn't. Hey, Mike, read this when you get a chance. Can you send that, Jay Watt? Can you send that to my email, mdelucia67@gmail? Because I don't know how to bookmark that shit. Blue, get on here. What are you doing? That's the only thing that pissed me off about.
You just randomly giggle from time to time? I mean, what the hell?
Why am I on mute?
Tom Brady is in the room saying hi to Mike and biggest fan, you know, Tom.
Yeah.
And
Oh yeah, the not so. How do I put this without getting Mikey all pissed off? The football player who lacked the body strength to throw a fully inflated football. Is that the one we're talking about?
Shut the fuck up.
what I was
So,
laughing at,
go ahead.
Blue popped in and Tom Brady said, "Oh crap, the scary cop that hates football."
I must have been. I was on mute. I don't know why. I did shout out HRM. How are you? Good to see you. And who else just came in? PG. Good to see you. I did shout yous out. Somebody asked me if I was lagging. I looked over and I was on mute. So I apologize.
It happens, man.
Stump Prepping to Endure says, "Yeah, that's the one, Stump."
I thought, but I wasn't sure. But
Keep it up.
Sensitive
Keep it up.
is.
I'll ban you for life.
Look, I wasn't talking to you. I was talking in reference to you.
You were talking about somebody that you don't even friggin' know anything about.
You're right.
So,
I don't. I just.
All right, that's not fair.
What I know is what was publicized.
Exactly. Do you always read everything that's? Do you always believe everything you read?
Fuck no.
All right.
But that was funny, and it pisses you off. So.
Yeah, it was funny, but it wasn't funny. But what pisses me off is that I'm being dead serious, right? The NFL's own scientists, okay, proved that in cold weather the ball would deflate.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, any moron should understand that because I mean, hell, in the winter your tires lose air pressure.
But here's the thing: that was never brought up.
Of course not.
No, because it would have took all the fun out of it.
And it don't sell papers,
right?
Yeah, that's right. You guys do throw frozen batteries and you blue Santa Claus. Blue, I sent you a thingy. But anywho, so I'm pretty excited that my buddy has a 12-pointer and a bear in his backyard.
Yeah, right.
He probably won't let me shoot either one of them. No, the only time he asked me not to shoot, I think like the second or third time I went and shot behind his house. Uh, there was an 8-pointer back there. I want to leave that for my kid. I'm like, all right, fine. I don't have a problem. Why was the other team's balls not effective? They must have balls. Yeah, probably. Everybody's funny. Everybody. You know what it is when you're on the top of the mountain, everybody wants to try to knock you off. Of course, we've been up there so long now, it's like gravity won't even keep us down. Anyway. Those same scientists also found that the ball boys at a porta potty can use balls to deflate. Probably, Jay, what? But, yeah, so I'm kind of super excited that. Brian J., how the hell are you? Great to see you. Thanks for coming in. Who out in the, I don't know, the panel's gonna, but who out in the chat room, is doing bow season this year for the state? It's because you guys get to hunt first. I don't know why, but
It's because we're nice and quiet.
Yeah. I won't fess up to bow hunting, but I will say there's a bow in blue. There's one in the one dump truck I mess with kind of often, and I've got one hanging up in the office at work too.
So you'll be poaching soon.
It's not poaching; it's legal.
Yeah, okay. All right, G-Trap is going on the bow. DSW is going to be on the bow. That's awesome. DS, when do you guys start? And G-Trap, when do you start? How's Brady's ankle? Brady's ankle's fine. Why? What's wrong with Tom Brady's ankle? Like I said in the open, I don't know if you guys are here, but I don't start till the 21st.
Ours is October 1.
20, something like that. Something to that effect. Oh, cool. DSW starts October 1st. Hey there, Blue. We had this discussion last week. We started Memorial Day weekend. Get the fuck out of here, G-Trapper. You started Memorial Day weekend. Oh, wait. He's way up in Montana, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Blue needs a ball hug. But I'm just stoked. Oh, yeah, Dakota. That's right. I don't know why I keep saying that. G-Trapper. Another state I'd love to see is North Dakota.
Right.
South Dakota. That whole area out there. I'm not too keen on Wyoming, but I wouldn't mind Montana, definitely. The Dakotas. I got to hit the fucking lottery.
Well, as far as the Dakotas are concerned, I can tell you, South Dakota. I've been there several times for Sturgis.
I was going to say with the Sturgis.
Those Black Hills are fucking amazing, and if you're still around kind of after the whole Sturgis party dies off and the town quiets back down, for anybody that's into rock crawling, man, my God, there are some boys out there, or boys and girls out that neck of the woods that have insane amounts of money tied up into some little rock buggies. Dude, these things will climb fucking trees like...
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it'll embarrass a friggin' monkey somewhere. I mean, they just zoop right up there. It's over with.
Isn't it foolish, too, how they do it? And it's like... That gear ratio is going to be so fucking low.
Those things amazing.
God, yes.
I mean, it's just...
They weight the tires. I mean, I've heard of guys filling them full of lead shot. You know, a tire weighs 600 fucking pounds just to get more bite on the ground. Like, God, really? You know?
Did you ever see them fall?
Yeah.
Yeah, come tumbling down the side of a mountain.
Yep. Tell her to get in here. Yeah, it's fun. I've never been out to Sturgis.
Moab is in Utah.
If you ever get the chance, go. God, go.
Yeah, but I have to go when I'm single because, from what I understand, it's like being in a horse with a fistful of hundreds.
Yes and no. You go to Sturgis, you can literally go from one extreme to the other inside a 10-foot.
Right.
I mean, you can hang out. You can hang out with the hardcore, make 1%ers look like pussies type motherfuckers over here. 3 or 4 steps, and you've got one of the motorcycle ministries going on.
Right.
I mean, anything you can imagine that you want or want to do
is
there.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I watched this whole documentary on it, Stump. It was unbelievable. I was amazed by it.
This is no shit, man. One night when we were there, in one day, okay, inside of 24 hours, I went to a church service, old school flat track bikes, actually running on boards like they did back in the days.
Wow.
Yeah. Huge, outrageous freaking barbecue, bike show, car show, titty show. I mean, it's just literally anything you can think of. I mean, it's there. Full blown nitromethane bikes racing in a quarter mile down there. And these are bikes with over $100,000 tied up in a motor that's going to go a quarter mile, then get scrapped. You know, I mean, it's amazing, man.
No, it is different.
Yes.
I will say that.
Right. I'll tell you something else that gets my blood going too is the super modified, basically rock crawlers that take the different approach, where they gas pedal right down to the floor.
Yes. I mean, you got the guys that go real slow and crawl, and the guys like you're talking about, they're flat out racing for time to the top of the mountain. God.
Kamikaze.
Yeah.
That is exciting, man. Those guys are crazy.
No, it's definitely nuts.
The drivers and all are crazy, but you know who really and truly wins my respect in that sport?
The people grabbing for people on the side of the hill?
Nah, not even them. The fucking welder.
Yeah,
the guy that welds all those tubes together, they live through that shit. Come on now. Motherfucker knows his shit. Because, you know, you look at these things and you think, oh, it's just a bunch of pipes hollow. They don't weigh nothing. Dude, some of these rigs are like 8, 9, 10,000 pounds, and they're charging up the side of the mountain.
Yeah.
They come tumbling down, land on their wheels, or people push them back over. They let all the oil drain back down in the motor, fire it up, and do it again.
I mean, those guys that get stuck on a cliff edge or something and just sit there and just that matter of an inch left or right, that tire will grab and pop that thing right up on there like nobody's business.
Heck yeah.
Like, holy shit.
Guys, I'll be right back.
All right.
Talk amongst yourselves.
And you know what's really cool with that sport too? They've got those little buggies set up now. And most all of them are independent suspension, you know, live axles. They all have turning brakes, lockers front and rear that they can lock one side or the other.
Right.
4-wheel steer. I mean, there's a reason these things can climb a tree and hang on to it the whole time they're going up. I mean, damn.
Yeah, that's some engineering right there.
Heck yeah.
And half that crap is done by rednecks out in the backyard.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
they're beer projects.
Yeah.
How about these bikers though that that I don't know what they're called. They don't have a seat on it or anything else. They're standing and they rock climb and
Yeah.
make incredible jump ups and
Trials.
Oh God, yeah.
Trials bikes.
Yep, trial bikes. There was a guy, crap, he was out of Tennessee. I can't remember his name now. But Easy Riders does their big show every year, and we were at it. And they have the bike tractor pulls. They do the trikes and they're pulling the weight sled and all.
Wow.
This guy had it was an old shovel that he had converted into a trike. Well, this was the full-blown unlimited class. He had a 454 cubic inch Chevrolet big block with a supercharger. His seat was the bug catcher on top of the supercharger. Had 4 great big old huge 44-inch super swapper mud grips on the back end of this thing, all running through like just a standard Chevy automatic transmission. I mean, beefed up, but what you find in a regular pickup. Dude took off down through there, and I'm wanting to say they had to go like 300 foot, just like the regular tractor pulls. Well, the damn chain broke, or his welds holding the ring that the chain hooks into broke. The kill switch didn't work. So dude went from like 15, 20 mile an hour to like 140, 150 in all of about 2 feet. That sucker rocked up on the wheelie bars, and before he could get it shut down, he'd actually crashed through a chain link fence and took the fence with him about 60 yards.
Wow.
Yeah. Dude got banged up pretty good, but
Ouch.
it was wild to watch.
How the hell could a kill switch not work?
I don't know, man.
I thought they rigged them up to be a dead short.
They're supposed to, but apparently something wasn't fully hooked up somewhere.
Right.
Like you said a while ago, man, a bunch of backwoods rednecks about drunk 30 working on shit.
Yeah. Give me a beer and a 9/16.
Yep.
Good night, Sandy.
Oh, she's gone.
Yep.
Well, I'm glad you could join us for a little while, lady.
She's going to grace us with her presence one of these nights.
I hope so.
I'm going to make sure you're not on the panel,
Why?
because I can.
So you're just going to be a dick, huh?
Yep.
Well, I could understand Steve not wanting me there that night, but you, I mean, damn.
It's all right.
Right, Brian? Damn, I forgot a wire.
No shit.
That's where that extra piece was supposed to go. That
Yep.
little clip.
Damn, I guess there was one nut too many left over this time. Son of a bitch. I tell you another cool thing to see if you've never had the opportunity to see it, and you can search it here on YouTube. The semi drag races.
Oh yeah.
Dude, if you're into trucks, that is an insane display of raw power.
Canada is, yeah, they really like it up there in Canada.
Oh God, yeah.
What's that? Say that again.
Truck racing with a full load.
Yeah,
Full load.
Yeah, big full loads, not just grossing 80. We're talking grossing 140, 180.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
Pulling those wheels. Boy, I like the way they twist. You think, damn.
Yeah, you see, the whole truck just comes up and flexes. God almighty.
I'll have to look that up. That sounds interesting.
Dude, that shit'll get your blood pumping.
Now, those guys using automatics, or are they actually shifting?
They're shifting gears, dude.
No, they have to shift to carry that load. Yeah, prepping, you know that. Anytime you want, you're on here. You just
Hell
said the
yeah.
word. Yep, I told that to Prepping a while back. Trying to get DSW on here too.
That'd be cool.
Yes, Brian J. semis with the full tractor, with the full trailer full of whatever.
Yep. There's one out there.
But they do have. Sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
They do have Brian J. They do have truck racing, just the tractors.
Yeah.
All right, but
Yeah,
we're talking about
track like NASCAR.
right. We're talking about pulling the trailers also. Like apparently they're doing it up in Canada.
Oh, man, they do it. They do it all over the place, but it's real popular in Canada. But I mean, it's semi trucks and they're drag racing with a load, and these are not. They look like road trucks.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
You with the lower power classes might actually be working trucks, but there are some of them out there. One truck in particular is named Congo. Dude, there's no way in hell that thing would survive trying to pull a load, from ocean to ocean. It just would not happen. That
Right.
truck would melt itself.
Sorry. Hello, Miss Dish.
Hey, Dish.
Good evening, Dish.
Yeah, I've seen the drag races before, but they weren't pulling a load. And then, of course, they always got to bring out the jet engine ones.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, this is. Like I said, this is working truck. I mean, it.
Yes.
Pulling the loads and I guess they probably weigh them out evenly, so each one's pulling. But I mean, it can be a trailer full of lumber. It can be. I see more of them with a flatbed load than I do with a trailer. But I have seen them pulling the trailers or box trailers too.
I'm going to tell you right now, if I get another fucking OTR guy that is fucking loaded to the fucking gills and doesn't have a fucking governor on, and I'm doing 70 in my little fucking 16-foot box truck, and he fucking comes up my fucking lane and goes around me at fucking 90 and moves me. I'm like, oh, here we go.
From the point of view of the guy that passes someone in that situation, right? In the truck, got the trailer, big motor, no fucking governor bullshit, and you can actually stretch them out to about $130. Dude, it's funny as hell to come past people in the little box trucks, especially because when you come by them, you can look in that mirror and you can see them go, fuck.
I like seeing picking things up out of the back of pickup trucks.
Yup.
My brother says it's worse. My brother said sometimes he gets fucking nervous on a motorcycle when they do it to him on his motorcycle.
Yeah.
But
they'll kind of suck you in a little bit before they blow you back out.
Just you can have a hug anytime you want. All you need to really do is come up and come fishing with us in February. The Fat Man and the Stump will pick you up on their way up here.
Might even let you ride in the front of the truck.
Or are you babysitting? Will she be back from? Oh yeah, she's not going till November, right? So she'll be back from Japan by then.
Yep.
Because like the song from Chicago says, everybody needs a little time away. I'm telling you.
Oh yeah.
Hopefully out in the woods, but or on the water. Preferably the woods, but
in my case, the front porch.
Yeah, fuck you.
I'm already in the woods. Mike, man, I seriously got to get you down here sometime or another, man. Let you just let you experience what it's like in my world for a few days. You may not ever go back north, man.
That's what I say. You might not be able to get rid of them. You'd be out there
I know,
in the
I don't
doghouse.
see this. If I don't see the
That'd be
snow, I'll
all
be all pissy. So
Yeah, we see snow, just nowhere near as much as you do, and you don't have to shovel it because it's gone the next day.
Right. Just wait a
well,
minute. Hey, Garrett.
I mean, we're only supposed to average around 56 inches of snow in a year, which doesn't seem likely because shit. One year we had, I think it was the year before we had 133 inches. We had fucking 102. So I don't know where they get their fucking shit from, but
Yeah, I think we average something like 8 to 12 inches a year, maybe.
I average
Usually closer to 6.
Well, if you believe in the almanac or old farmer's almanac, I guess Dallas or Texas is going to have a bitter winter.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's supposed to be a white motherfucking up there. So
I want to say, what was it in '83 when was it '83? Maybe it was '93. I don't know. When there was snow in all 48 states, and then, well, of course, Alaska, so it'll be 49. And I think it said even Hawaii had some on the mountain top, so all 50 states actually had snow at the same time.
No kidding.
On
That was in '96, wasn't it?
Was it '96?
Yeah, because a lot of parts of the country it was way more than what they ever normally get, and there was a lot of snow, a lot of ice, a lot of lines and trees down. I mean, it was bad for a few. Some folks went like without power and shit for like 2-3 weeks.
You sure that wasn't in the late 80s?
and don't I get really warm down there?
I just remember it was way back when.
I can't stand the heat.
You'd be amazed what you get used to, mate.
Oh, just bleeding your brakes is totally easy. Totally easy. All right, just when don't forget to bleed them because
Need
my
2 people to bleed them.
well, yeah, but my brother forgot to tell my brother forgot to tell my other brother after he did his brakes to pump them. Oh, that was funny.
Surprise!
And when you bleed them, always start the furthest away from the master cylinder.
Yep. You'll be fine, Dish. It's not that hard.
No.
Just remember to buy the big jug of brake fluid before you start.
Yep.
And the person needs to know when you push them down to hold it down. Don't let off on it just a little bit because you're stuck in there.
Yeah, you don't want
to. Got a cure for that.
Typically, you'll start on the rear passenger. They'll pump the brakes up till they get nice and tight and firm. Crack the bleeder. Pedal bottoms out. They keep holding it. Tighten the bleeder back up. Keep doing that until that corner stays firm.
Do you have to take the tires off?
No.
No, you do not have to take your tires off to bleed your brakes.
No.
It makes it easier. You don't have
the brake bleeder dish looks kind of like a grease fitting almost.
Yeah, pretty much.
What is that thing? Usually like a 6 or 7 millimeter or 3/8 or some shit.
Volkswagen, I think, was a 9 millimeter.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she's got a Ford, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that thing's probably an 8 millimeter.
Yeah, it's probably already stripped.
It's probably, shut up. It's an 8 millimeter, probably, dude.
And I'm still getting used to this whole owning a Ford thing, but it's even weirder to hear me now defending Ford on some levels.
So, see, even PG and Brian said it's an 8 millimeter, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just got lucky and got a good one, that's all.
I got a damn good one. I'll agree to that.
But if you
What year is it?
if you take a piece of fuel line under 1/4 inch, it's got to be like an 1/8 inch, maybe 3/16, about 2 foot long. Stuff it on that bleeder, drop it into a mason jar with a little bit of brake fluid in it, and you can actually watch the air bubbles come out, and it will not suck air back in.
Right.
And it makes it a lot easier.
Yeah.
And
Because in the event
squirted in the eye with brake fluid.
Yeah, and in the event whoever's working the brake pedal fucks up and brings the brake pedal up, instead of air getting sucked in, like he was saying, it'll actually take brake fluid back into the system.
Right. It's a lot quicker.
Yeah.
And you can recycle the brake fluid as long as it ain't dirty.
Right.
Stump, look at on the driver's side glass or window. There at the back corner where there's the little where the window goes down and it's the frame of the door. See if you've got a little split, a little crack there. Almost every Ford I know of, older Fords anyway, always have a crack right there.
No. Yeah, the only damage on this one is the passenger side, the grill, the little chrome piece that goes around the headlight.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's got a little section busted out of it that's about the same size as the head of a calf. That little gap between the eyes. Because about 7-8 years ago, it was down there on the farm. At the time, it was being used as a farm truck. And a little small calf decided to fill his oats and rammed that front corner of the damn truck. And the boss man was still driving that truck fairly regular back then. So that particular calf was actually on his plate 2 nights later. It dented his truck, so he shot the sumbitch then and there, butchered it, and ate that motherfucker. Steve's seen pictures of it. It ain't a bad looking old truck.
Right? Yeah, I like the old Fords.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a show truck by any means of the imagination. I mean, it's a working truck. I've already used it to pull shit that just a standard pickup shouldn't pull, and it does it no problem. And now that I've got the tune-up done, my fuel mileage went from 3 miles a gallon to about 16, even being 4-wheel drive, which really impressed me.
You guys got to remind me to tell me to push my button so I'm not muted all the time.
What?
I remember you're right. It is a one-person operation.
Yeah. Well, see, Mike, with you, the angle you've got for the camera there,
yeah,
from like about here on your nose down is actually hiding behind all the little pictures of who's on here. So we can't see your mouth moving. So if we don't know you're talking, we just think you're being quiet.
Well, here I am talking. I'm like, what the fuck? They can't hear me.
Oh.
But, yeah, Dish, you should be fine doing that.
Yeah.
And they will work if you get them close. You just got to don't put it off and do it again. That's how I'm driving mine right now. The rear brakes, I got them close. They're still mushy, but they work fine.
Yep.
Gear Grind 19 is in the house.
Yep. Hey, Gear. And Dish, I tell you another one. You got a Harbor Freight in your area, or you can even look them up online and order it. And I wouldn't go getting the stupid expensive kit to do it. They make a brake bleeder. It's a pistol grip, basically, that you squeeze like a caulking gun. And as you do, it pulls a vacuum, and it's got a little container sitting on top of it like a paint gun. And it has a little tube that comes out. Well, you put that little tube on the brake bleeder, crack the bleeder, and you just sit there and keep squeezing until you're sucking brake fluid into it.
Mm.
And while it's closed, you close that bleeder and then go pop it on the next one. Crack that bleeder open and just start squeezing. The cheaper ones at Harbor Freight are usually like 10, 12, 15 bucks tops.
Didn't know they had such.
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Just make sure you keep your master cylinder full of fluid.
Yeah.
Yes.
You can actually take the top off your master cylinder, take a open jar of fluid, one of the little ones, turn it straight upside down, and just let it sit there, and it will keep feeding it without overflowing.
Isn't it the brake fluid that is actually a vegetable oil?
I don't know. I know that should have burned you.
Yeah.
Takes rust off good. And it smells funky.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if I've ever gotten it in my mouth. I think I have.
Steve, that's another too easy one. Come on, buddy.
Well, back in the day, I used to have to think you had to siphon the brakes to get the.
Oh, God.
I'm
How'd
kidding.
that go for you?
You know how tempting it is to ask you if you can, to now ask you if you can start a Harley?
I've never heard that one before. That's awesome.
Are you shitting me?
I swear to God.
Damn.
Golf ball through a garden hose. I've heard all those.
Yeah, chrome off a trailer hitch, shit like that.
Yeah. Suck start a Harley. That's awesome. I'll remember that one. Now I can't wait to use it.
Just don't be surprised if she slaps you when you ask her.
I'll say it to no girl's face, for Pete's sakes. That's a behind your back one all the way.
Damn.
That's one of them things you use against other people, not the person in front of you.
Right on.
Unless you're damn good friends.
That's right.
Dish is having a panic attack. She's breathing in a bag. I ask her if she's making the Uncle Cow noise.
No, is he?
Nah, his head's still moving some. It's just a little after midnight. His old lady's probably texting him. Do it now?
Almost looks like he's looking down at something, but maybe those are closed. I don't know.
It's about the right time for his wife to be sending him a text from work. Well, Steve, I'll throw another expression at you. It's kind of southern. You may not have heard it before. And it's rare that I've even heard it, but one of the boys used it today while we were trying to get that damn trailer out of the road. There was a hole that a pin goes in, and the bushings were just scalded all to hell, just swallowed out. So the pin was just flopping around in there, causing all kind of problems. Damn boy looked at me and said, you know, these bushings remind me of something. I said, yeah, what's that? He said, using this pin to hold this is about as useless as fucking a mayonnaise jar. I was like, what in the fuck are you talking about? Telling you, man, there's some weird shit gets said. It really is.
Right? Hey, Frank. I say it out loud and then I type it just to make sure.
Right on.
Well, he's breathing awful deep texting. Just saying.
I'm just getting ready to say, yeah, the deep breaths are starting.
That's his head bent over, is blocking his airflow. He's running out of air. He'll be up soon.
Oh, just in time for Phil to come in.
Yeah. It's up, Phil? Yeah, he's breathing now.
Somebody text Mike so his phone will vibrate.
Yep, there he's going. Ta-da! Doink.
That's a good one. Doink.
Yeah, that's design.
Right on.
Remember we went through this last week, the week before?
Good. Dun, 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 dun.
Well, while there seems to be a lull in the conversation, I'll enlighten y'all as to what my tomorrow holds. Most of you know the other half is working at a nursing home now. Well,
Right.
they've decided they're going to do a cookout for the old folks. Somehow, in the process of this cookout for the old folks, I got drafted.
How nice of you to volunteer.
And what's the fire starter?
I'm not 100% sure what I'm doing exactly yet, but it'll be cool to get to hang out with some of these old folks because, I mean, these are old folks that, driver, don't take this the wrong way. They're up in age, but they haven't started drooling on themselves yet, so they can still tell you about all the shit they went through growing up, and shit like that.
How the town used to be.
Yeah. And me personally, I like hanging out with old folks like that. I'm the sort of fellow that'll sit there and listen to those old stories for, just days on end. But, a lot of people just see them as, just old folks and a drain on society. And I'm like, no, there's massive amounts of information right there. All you got to do is open your fucking ears.
Yeah. Full of knowledge, usually they are.
Oh, yeah.
In my younger years, I wish I would have listened a whole lot more than I, but like I said, they were old folks, Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Old folks.
Yeah, when we were young, that's what it was. Damn old folks. We were too damn young and stupid to realize what they were saying would make sense.
Yeah, walking, talking history book.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I got a little something in the mail the other day. It was pretty, well, actually, I'm damn honored to get it.
Right on. I was about to ask you about that. I want to see a little better picture of it.
Yeah, well, our wonderful U.S. mail decided to destroy it, but they didn't crush it.
Fuck.
They knocked it apart. It used to be all in one, like a mantelpiece.
Yeah.
Starts off with that beauty.
Which is absolutely gorgeous.
Yep.
And a certificate. Well, of course you can't read it or see it, but this has my name on it. And this flag was flown in a A-10 Warthog on a mission, I believe in Turkey. And then I got the company coins.
Oh, hell, fuck yeah.
From the Flying Eagles. And that, by the way, is the only squadron that gets to paint the shark teeth on their A-10 Warthogs.
Yep.
Yeah, that's for my son-in-law. Just got it.
Dude, that is badass.
Yeah, it made me a little shaky when I was looking at it.
No shit, right?
So that, yeah, this was like the side piece, and the plaque come here, and then the flag sits on top of it.
I got you.
All right. Oh,
yeah,
man.
U.S. mail beat the crap out of it, but nothing's gouged or shattered, or it's all glue joints. So
it's easily repaired by one Stalker Steve, correct?
Yep, a couple of clamps and some wood glue.
Right on. Speaking of you and clamps, I got a picture from you in a text here not too long ago. Wet forming a piece of leather.
Yeah, which I totally screwed up.
Did you? Damn. I was going to ask you, how many thousands of dollars in clamps do you have to hold that piece of leather in place?
Brother, you can never have enough clamps. I have a tote, a 3 foot by 3 foot tote full of clamps of all different kinds and sizes, and I still run out.
God damn.
I'll show you what I did.
But y'all, he sent me this picture and a text message, right? And he's got everything set up, exactly like you would expect. But you expect people to have 3 clamps, maybe 4. Because I mean, we're just holding a piece of leather to get it to take some shape. Nah, this cat's got like old school cast iron C clamps, like 10 or 12 of them. You had an excessive amount of clamping force. I will give you that.
Hey, I like shit straight and flat. If it's got a wrinkle, I'll squeeze it.
Damn, boy. Remind me not to let you hang out with the old folks.
You know, my piece turned out perfect. My
It does
piece
look
turned
good.
out perfect. No wrinkles in the corners.
Right.
The only problem and what I screwed up with is I did not use smooth wood. So that texture is squeezed of the wafer board is squeezed right into the leather.
Yeah.
It'd be all right around here because this is getting all trimmed off.
Right.
But on the face, I put a little water on it and it wouldn't swell back out. So either I'm going to have to texture the whole thing or just start over. But it did turn out right, though.
Oh,
nice
yeah.
box.
I think you done fine on
It
it.
really doesn't look that bad. Once you put a stain and stuff on it, it's going to, I think, turn out all right.
Yeah.
You know, actually, the texture on there might not look bad stained. You might be right. Well, I ain't throwing it in the garbage.
Because, like I said, the deeper grooves and stuff will hold the darker stain, and it's going to have a pattern on there that's probably pretty neat.
Well, actually,
unique. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, different. That's for sure. But I mean, you can't crush it. It's there. I'm impressed with it.
Right on.
It's a box.
Oh yeah. Dude, I'm like driving. I'm thinking once you oil that up, it's gonna look pretty damn good.
You know what? I might put a finish on it before I commit to all the sewing and stuff, and see what it looks like. Now that you guys have suggested it, it does look kind of cool.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Like we said, you're not exactly going to see that pattern floating around everywhere. I mean, it ain't like a damn basket weave pattern or nothing like that every dickhead in the world does,
Yeah.
Right.
And hell, who knows? That could end up being the Stalker Steve signature right there.
Good old MDF pattern.
Right on.
I don't know that. You know what it kind of reminds me of? And you might not know this being from the South, is frost on a window.
A what on a window?
Frost.
Oh.
that in jest.
Frost on a window.
So maybe
we do get frost, asshole.
Hey, just checking.
Yep.
You got to chip it off of a 2x4?
Oh, fuck no.
Well, it ain't frost then.
You crank the truck and let it sit there till the damn engine warms up and cut on the defroster, and 3 minutes later, flip the windshield wipers and you're good to go. Now, as far as oiling the leather,
right?
And this is a little piece of scrap that I sit here and just fiddle in. But remember I told you I'd been playing around with different oils and I ended up putting some boiled linseed on some leather? Well, that was the way the color come out on it. That's just plain veg tan tooling leather.
Right.
But what I like about it is while it's still, stiff, when it does flex, all of this doesn't crack and wrinkle and all that shit.
Right.
So, I mean, I think I'm going to put together a couple of holsters and oil them like that instead of staining them. Just see how they hold up.
And was that boiled linseed oil or raw?
Boiled. Which I didn't get rough. I don't know. I'm going through a phase, I guess. I put that shit on every damn thing. Every fucking wood handle I got. And, anytime I carve a spoon or anything like that, I'll put it on there if it's one that's going to hang on a wall, but if it's one we're actually going to use camping.
Right.
Just put fucking olive oil on it. And I've used olive oil on leather, and that actually turns out pretty nice.
It doesn't get rancid or nothing?
No.
Cool. Well, I mean, they've been using boiled linseed oil since the dawn of, they discovered it, but.
Yeah. Oh, I think he is out now.
Yeah. Damn.
So when he goes back and watches this later, I just want this point to be the reminder for him that, see, what was it he said to me before we went live? Are you sure you'll be able to make it all night? Guess what, motherfucker?
I think it was something like that.
Yeah. I guess we now see who did and who didn't make it.
Well, I had about a 10, 15 minute spell there. I didn't know if I was going to have to bail out too. But I made it through.
Yeah, I'm real impressed with that rifle stump. It's going to be a freaking tack driver.
Oh, hell yeah.
And that was with good old Winchester white box.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I ain't even got into stuff.
Yeah, so you're definitely getting a little carbon fouling going on in the barrel to polish out a few rough edges if there are any on the rifling. So the groups will tighten on up a whole lot more here soon.
That thing was broken before he ever got it.
Yeah, they shot it a few times. But I noticed it started shooting better after it warmed up a little.
Yeah.
After I got about 15 rounds through it, it settled right down and started shooting groups.
Yep.
So.
Well, that's why the sniper teams, they train for that first cold bore shot. Our rifle's fairly predictable once she gets warm, settles in, but that cold bore,
yeah,
it's a totally different animal, man.
Yep. I think my first 6 shots, I shot 2 groups that were probably like a 3-inch triangle.
Mm-hmm.
I did 1 low, 1 high, and then it settled right into the bullseye.
Nice. Hell yeah.
And that was the first time I ever shot that rifle. I mean, I was all tight on it and pulling it tight and grabbing it. I don't know.
Like a 12-year-old shooting a 12-gauge slug.
Yeah. I was ready for building up, and all I had was T-shirt on. So by the time I got to 200 yards, I laid that thing on the sandbags, and I had a piece of carpet under the hand grip, and let it settle in. And the butt of that rifle was barely touching my T-shirt, and it still wasn't kicking.
Yep.
So I swear to God, it shoots softer than my 223.
And you think that's because of the brake on the end?
The brake, the weight, the buffer tube, he got the combo right on it. I know that.
Yeah.
There ain't nothing on that rifle getting changed except for the ambi safety has to go because it rubs right on my knuckle when I'm squeezing the trigger.
You're talking about the buffer and all. I'm fixing to start playing with the buffer in this one. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. I just want to see if I can smooth it out just a little bit more.
Right, stop the jump.
Mm-hmm. which I've actually got a hydraulic buffer in it now for reasons that we won't talk about. But I'm starting to think that's just really not the best for what I want to do with this rifle. Yeah, I'm never going to put a selector in this one. So
Right.
the hydraulic buffer is cool to have in there, but I think I can do better with a solid buffer, you know. And then, you know, thanks to Spike's Tactical, you got what, about 16, 17 different damn weights you can play with?
Yeah. I hope they're cheap.
No. So there'll be some studying involved before I pick a starting point.
Right. Now, in general, is a heavier buffer going to lighten the feel of the recoil or the opposite?
It kind of depends, and it really goes more to the gas system, you know, what length system you've got.
Right.
It's like this one with the little carbine gas tube in it. Yeah, it's always going to be, you know, gas kind of damn funny, you know.
Yeah, over gassed.
Yeah, like if you've got a longer system, you can get away with a lighter one. As I understand it, like I say, I hadn't really looked into it a whole lot. I just know that what's in this one works, but it's at a point where you feel the recoil pulse in both directions, and I don't like that.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I don't mind the recoil coming back at me, but when it chambers another round, it shouldn't try to pull the damn rifle forward either, you know, and that's what it's doing now.
So that makes me think that the buffer's too heavy. The buffer's going back and then slamming forward.
Yep.
Brian says he hasn't noticed any difference between a heavy and a light buffer.
Okay. It may just be something that's weird to this particular rifle. I don't know. I mean, a lot of the other ones I've shot, you don't feel that.
It depends on the gas and the length that it travels, I would think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Carbines are always snappier because of the short gas tube. You're getting full gas slamming right into your bolt carrier and stuff, unless you have an adjustable gas tube, which a lot don't.
No.
Especially in a carbine.
Yeah. I mean, this one's, as you can see, there ain't jack shit adjustable about that.
Right.
And it goes to show you just how short a damn carbine gas system is. Goes from here to here is 16 inches.
Right.
Wow. It's a little bastard, but the barrel looks long as hell because I've got the short handguard on it.
Now,
I don't ever use it.
Did you cut the sights off in front of that, or is that a weird looking low profile?
That's Bushmaster factory right there.
No kidding.
Yep. I'll try to find an angle where you can actually see the damn thing.
Right. It just seems odd.
Yep.
There you go. Almost looks like an AK.
It does.
A little bit. No shit. But yeah, man, that's Bushmaster's, just their standard fucking low profile gas block.
Now that little flat spot on the top there, is that a rail or is it just a flat spot?
Up here?
No, right on top of the gas block.
Oh, no, it's just flat.
Oh. Sean Tucky in the house.
Because my plan is, I thought I was going to like this little bitty fucking 4N, but I don't. So I'm going to ditch it. I'm going to keep the same gas tube. And God damn, I can't remember the name of the company now. But I'm going to put their rail on it, free floating the whole thing. And the rail, I'm actually going to run it out to about here. I'll
Right.
cut it off probably around 14 or 15 inches. So I'm thinking I probably want to leave just the brake out here on the front.
Right.
And I'm actually going to change this out. Damn it, the old lady was the one that found it for me. Can't remember the damn name of the company now, but it's the look of it is very similar to the one they got on the 50 BMGs in that big airhead shape.
Right.
But it's actually it's billed out or whatever as a concussion reduction device. All of that, like if we're at the range, shooting these things side by side.
Yeah.
You shooting yours hurts my ears worse than me shooting mine.
Yeah. I had a guy spraying me in the face today with an AR. I had I had to open up my gun case so it would block the concussion.
Yeah. but this one I'm looking at it's supposed to reduce that a good bit because it's got that airhead shape. But instead of the exhaust going out the sides and back, it actually goes out the top. And it's basically like a container and then like a piece of pipe that you find inside a muffler just perforated all the pieces and back.
Right.
It goes in there, so all your gases are coming out 360 degrees going into that larger arrowhead or harpoon shape, and everything's vented straight out the top. It's a funky looking thing, but it's supposed to work pretty damn good.
Frankie modified his illegal slingshot today.
Ah.
Just don't even get me started, Frank, because that's a 3-hour fucking conversation.
He bedazzled it.
Oh, God almighty.
Oh, that's just extra ammunition. When you run out, you can just break the beads off.
There you go.
That's right. That's tactical bedazzling, damn it.
Mm-hmm.
Tack dazzle.
Tack dazzle.
That's what a lot of guys do with their AR.
Yeah, no shit. Fucking lasers and optics and
doorbells,
flashlights and a coffee grinder. What the fuck is wrong with you, dude?
Yeah, I was thinking about making a funny video with some duct tape and some stuff on my AR.
Oh, God. Talking about funny shit. I seen this damn thing. It was on Facebook today. This guy done this post as a joke, and it's on like one of the parts of Facebook groups where you sell shit.
Right.
It's a cheap ass fucking like $6-7 Harbor Freight so-called survival knife. It's got that fucked up weird ass handle, but it worked out just great. He put a set of scope rings on it. And he's got a fucking scope mounted on the handle of this fucking knife. And he's got a little 2A mag light mounted on top of it with another set of fucking rings. And he's talking about, open to negotiations, as far as price, but for the right price, you could have this deadly accurate night vision equipped piece of cutlery. Dude, I was laughing like hell trying to read this shit. I'll have to see if I can find it and send it to you.
That's too awesome. I know exactly what knife you're talking about, too, at Harbor Freight.
Yeah.
It's got the knurled aluminum handle on it.
Yep.
I think I've got one back in one of my bug out bags. Fishing kit on the inside of the handle.
Yep.
Yeah.
Got a compass in the handle.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I'll have to to find that damn picture again and send it to you on that little thing. It's a trip, man. A fucking scope, my flashlight, and a laser, and all this shit tied to a fucking knife. Something about it had wrote in there the description part something about deadly accurate out to 3 feet and shit like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy smokes, tomorrow's Saturday, ain't it?
Yeah.
All
I
day.
already had 2 days off this week. Yee-haw. They were good ones, too.
I actually don't have anything planned for tomorrow, so I don't know what I'll do.
Well, I will be hanging out with the old folks at a cookout.
Now, remember, that meat better be tender if you're cooking, because a lot of teeth might be on the ground if you don't.
You honestly want to know what's going to be the hardest thing for me on the cookout ordeal? You know, cookouts, I'm used to everybody's drinking a beer.
Right?
These are old folks. Everybody's going to be drinking, what, apple juice or applesauce or some shit?
You might be surprised.
That's true, too.
Bet you a lot of them would love to have a beer.
Oh, I don't doubt it at all.
Most of them would probably do them good.
Probably.
Well, that surprised me when I worked at the VA. On the menus and stuff, the guys could order a beer.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Which I think was on. I mean, I thought it was a great idea. If, it's only right.
Oh, hell yeah.
Tea, lemonade, and cranberry juice. Yeah, and trying to sneak out back of the tent, try to get him a little something, something. Well, hello, Stumpette. Been so long since I've seen your name, I didn't even recognize you.
You gotta be fucking ashamed of yourself, boy.
No kidding. I'm reading. I didn't even see who wrote it. Boy, I bet you get popular. You sneak a quart of vodka in there to go in that cranberry juice.
Maybe.
Actually, you probably make a bunch of money.
Yeah, but I don't know if I want to be responsible for a bunch of very drunk old people. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Hey,
you kind of
that's
them
good.
suckers, huh?
No, it should be fun. Like I say, knowing me, I'm going to end up hanging out with them, just listening to the stories of when they were younger and the shit they've been through. I like that shit.
Yep. What's nice about visiting it, and this ain't to be mean, but what's nice about just visiting, you can go get a different story from somebody else before they start repeating themselves.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that was bad.
It's all right. Mike didn't even hear it because he's snoring at driver's age. He'll forget about it in the next 5 minutes. I mean, you ain't offended nobody, at least not long term.
Good night, Brian.
So, see you later.
Whoops.
Whoops. What'd you do now?
Oh, nothing. I was just trying to move the window over so I could see how many was watching. I end up turning everything blue.
I tell Monday. Hey, I'm not going to say this just because she's, in here or watching the chat or whatever.
Sure you are.
But no, I mean, I got to brag on my old lady, man. There's a couple things I needed for some stuff I got to do to the blue truck. And with work, I just didn't have the time. She was in town, so I called her up and said, hey, you mind picking up such and such and such? And I'm expecting, I mean, they're tools. I'm figuring I'm fixing to go through 50, $60, right? Nah, get a phone call from her. She's ended up doing the video call thing, which was awkward trying to, be in the truck and do that.
Right.
She got every damn thing I needed and spent like $17. I was like, how the fuck did you do that shit? And we're not talking cheap shit. I mean, it's actual impact, stuff for the impacts and air ratchets and shit.
All right. Awesome.
So yeah, I don't know how she's gonna feel about it, but from now on, if I need tools for something that I ain't got, I'm like, hey babe, you mind running by somewhere and pick something up for me?
Your secret store.
Right?
Hell, I might even send her some cash.
No shit.
I always need stuff.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait to. Hey, did I tell you about a new pistol the other day? Yeah, I did. I was bragging.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, he had to order it.
While I was sitting on the side of the road, broke down, you're bragging about a damn new pistol, and I'm thinking, you prick, but I'm happy for you.
I can't wait to get that thing in my hands.
No shit, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, as always with a new gun, I mean, when is it not exciting getting a new firearm?
Right. And I don't know how to word this exactly, but this is something about you that fascinates me. You can acquire a new firearm, okay? And then you can let it sit there in your house waiting until you have an opportune time to go to a range somewhere to shoot it. How does that shit not drive you insane, dude?
Because I have to occupy my brain with so many other things that's just another thing that's sitting there. It does drive me crazy sometimes.
They say, my old lady's in there. You can ask her. Everything we buy gun-wise, we get home, get out of the vehicle before we go in the house, just start shooting.
Yeah, I mean, you've got room and places to do it.
Yeah, I know that.
5 or 6 years ago, I ended up in a month's time getting 4 new handguns, and they sat around here for probably 6 months before I made my trip up north and broke them all in at the same time, But
so, Miss Stumpette says, see you later. She'll see you in the morning. She's got to get.
All right. Love you, baby doll.
Yeah, I want to. I have made that turn and went right from the gun store. But usually I like to take my weapons first thing I do is bring them home, take them apart, learn about them if it's new to me, clean the crap out, all the factory grit out of them and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not, rubbing grit on grit because, the factory's pretty clean, but that shit's in there.
Oh, yeah.
So
that's
at least I get to play with them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that play with it before you shoot it. That's what's going on in the truck from the ride from where I bought it to the house.
Well, around here, they frown on that.
That's another big difference between up north and here in the south. Y'all go to a shop or whatever, buy a new gun with the intent of bringing it home. I have been known to go ahead and purchase said firearm, go out to the truck and grab my truck cleaning kit and go back in the store while they're still processing the paperwork and start breaking it down and cleaning all that factory grit and greasing up the way I want it. Yeah. Yep.
Right on. Usually the next thing I do when I get home is get on the internet and start buying all the reloading stuff for the new caliber that I just bought.
Yeah.
Like I did with the 308.
Right.
There's my
looking for a holster.
Yeah, I got to get a holster. I need a few holsters. I think I'm going to try. What are those little flat ones, Mora or something like that? They just look like a little clamshell.
Damn it.
Real soft.
Mine's pretty stiff. I've got one or two of them like that. Yeah, where the whole barrel sticks out and everything else. It's just goes on your belt, and it's just basically a little loop that you slide it in.
No, this one here is like, it almost looks like a pita bread, basically.
Oh,
You know, it opens up.
oh, okay, yeah. The more with that just holds up against your skin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Something kind of like that.
yeah, sort of, kind of, but it's actually got a bottom to it. I think most of them.
Yeah.
Hey, P NASCARs.
Brother Paul, how the
What's up,
fuck
Paul?
are you, dude?
Hey, how are you?
Seen that cat in a coon's age, man.
Just my wife is killing me.
What's killing you?
My wife.
Yeah, Paul says sometimes when you open up the safe after you haven't been in it for a long while, it's like you got a bunch of new stuff in there again.
Hell yeah. You go in the guest room, start moving shit around. Like, damn, I forgot I had that.
Well, guys, I'm going to go ahead and bail out on you. I hate to leave you two alone.
Yeah, I'm about ready also.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's about time to break camp. We can get Mikey to say the sayonara type stuff and all.
A lot of times, I figured by now. I mean, one of the times when he woke up, he said, "All right, we're calling tonight. You're right," and everything's gone. You know.
Yep.
When he shuts it down, he shuts it down quick.
Yeah. Well.
All right. Y'all be safe.
Be good, driver.
All right, later.
Oh man. Yeah, I don't really want to break camp and leave Mike sitting there, and he looks up from texting with his wife, and where the fuck did everybody go? I don't want to do him that way.
Well, we could. I could copy this over to Facebook and just let him sleep live on Facebook all night.
Oh hell no, dude. That's cruel. That's fucked up, is what that is.
I know what she wants. I'm trying to hit the right button so I don't kill everybody.
Hey, Mike.
Yep.
Mikey. Steve and I are both pretty much on the lines of saying, see you later. So, I mean, if you want to.
Yeah, why don't we do that?
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're all gonna get out of here. Stump's got a bunch of shit to do. The wife's been texting me, and that's a nightmare. I gotta get ready for tomorrow, anyways, doing the walk and stuff. So, thanks a bunch for coming, you guys, and thanks a bunch for you guys being here for us. Otherwise, Anywho, all right, you guys. We'll see you all next week. Enjoy.
See y'all.
Ciao.